Hey there, lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, where I love to talk all things makeup. And if you've been wondering why your makeup just is not looking good lately, this may be why. Do you know if you have high contrast or low contrast features? Today, I'll be diving deep into what this means and how it applies to you and your makeup. Contrast is the difference in depth between your skin, hair, eyes, and sometimes teeth. It's what determines how intense your makeup can be. So here I have a photo of Anne Hathaway. She has high contrast features because she has very light skin, she has dark hair, and she has dark eyes. With her skin and her eyes and hair being so different, and so it's almost like black and white how different they are, this creates a lot of contrast in her features where she can wear very heavy eyeliner and her makeup can handle a whole lot more. Versus here, you've got Jennifer Aniston, and her features are kind of all one note. Now, we're not looking at skin tone, and we're not necessarily looking at color. What we're looking at is just the difference in depth between skin tone, hair, and eyes. And Jennifer Aniston, it's kind of all one note. And so you'll notice a lot when these two ladies are going to galas and different events, their makeup is very different between the two. Jennifer Aniston, it kind of looks more natural versus Anne Hathaway, hers is very intense. Now, how do you identify if you have high contrast or low contrast features? High contrast, as we talked about with Anne Hathaway, you have light skin tone and dark hair or dark eyes. This could also mean that you have dark skin, but you have light eyes and light teeth, right? There's that contrast between the two. Versus if you have low contrast, your hair and your eyes and your skin, it's kind of all one note. It's either really light or it's all really dark, or it's kind of mid-tone. Comment down below if you think that you are high or low contrast. I would love to know. Just looking at myself for a second here, I have brown hair, but my eyes are blue and my skin is light colored. When I was younger, I was actually blonde, and so everything was just kind of all one note, and I felt kind of washed out a lot of times. So I did actually dye my hair dark, and that created a lot of contrast for me to where I could have more intense makeup looks because I had that contrast with my dark hair. Versus now, I still have quite a bit of contrast because my hair is darker than my skin tone, but my makeup can't handle quite the intensity that could when I had darker hair versus when I was bleach blonde. After going dark, I was, again, kind of all similar notes, and so my makeup was a lot more neutral or natural. The goal for low contrast features is to embrace soft, harmonious, blended looks. So what this is going to include is sticking to your mid-tone shadows. So those mid-tone, browns, those shades that are just 1 to 2 shades darker than your skin. Soft brown liner over black. Black is going to be very harsh. This could also include brown mascara. When it comes to your blushes, you're going to stick to, again, those more muted blushes. So mauves or roses, maybe some peaches, and nudes as well. When it comes to your lips, you're going to stick to that same nude family, nude pinks and mauves and rosewoods. You're not going to be going for the bold colors because then that's going to be the one contrast on your face. It's going to be the one feature that stands out from your face, and it might look a little bit harsh against your features because you have low contrast features. Really, makeup should just melt into your coloring, not overpower it. Versus if you have high contrast features, your goal is to embrace definition and drama. That means defined liners and mascara. Contrast is really going to work in your favor. You're also going to be using strong blushes like reds and berries and bold lip colors. You can also lean more into deeper toned eyeshadows like charcoals and navies and chocolate. The number one common mistake that I see and that I've even experienced myself when it comes to makeup application for my features is that I see a makeup look on somebody who is a high contrast person, and then I go and apply that on myself and it just does not look the same. And the same would go for a high contrast person applying makeup that looks good on a low contrast person. Copying makeup from the opposite contrast type will overpower or mute your features. If you have low contrast features, wearing a harsh liner, wearing heavy eyeliner, that's gonna look really harsh. And if you have high contrast features, wearing all beige, you're gonna look very flat. It's not about more or less makeup, it's about the right intensity. I have 2 ways that you can test what features you have, if you have low or high. The first one is just to look in a mirror. You look in the mirror, is your hair darker or lighter than your skin tone? Are your eyes lighter or about the same or darker than your skin tone? The other way that you can tell, and this reminded me so much of when I went to get my hair dyed, when I went from being naturally blonde to dyeing my hair dark, what they did was that they had to fill in my hair with red so that it would take on that dark color. And what they did was they took a picture of my current hair color, they changed it to black and white, and you could see the difference between the lighter end of my hair that was naturally kind of highlighted from the sun versus the hair that was closest to my head. And it was 2 different colors. Now, when they put the filler in my hair, then when they took that same black and white photo, it was all one note. And that's what you can do with yourself. Take a selfie in black and white and see which features stand out more than others, if any. If you have features that stand out more, then you're high contrast. If you don't have any features that stand out, you're low contrast. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just about embracing your features so that you can feel the best about your makeup. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and especially subscribe so that I can keep creating more awesome content like this for you guys. Now, you'll want to pair high and low contrast features with this video here where I talk about color theory to figure out your undertone, so then you can start choosing the right colors for your undertone as well. And I'll see you there. Bye.